Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's Josh aka Fumbles here, aka Fumbles here with the streaming studio. Wanted to make a quick video. I'm going to try to keep it under 10 minutes today on why I did my 30-minute video yesterday on Melvin Brewing and their blunder and their online presence and the responses on Facebook and the shitstorm on Facebook and the sexual harassment claims and the subsequent quote-unquote temper tantrum I might throw. I'm not saying that someone has said that. I'm saying that if I, in my younger days, was making fun of someone online, I might say that someone was throwing a temper tantrum about something like this. So that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that, like, if someone perceives this as someone just getting upset about nothing, I wanted to make an explanation video and kind of dip into this too long didn't read kind of version of what happened with that. I'll explain also why I have all these beers out. I'm not just trying to look like a dick, I promise. I'm trying to flash a little bit of style, sure, I'll give you that, but there's a reason I have all these out. So I'll address that at the end of the video. Stick around if you guys want to hear. I'll try to make it under 5 minutes. Maybe I can talk that fast. Who knows? The too long didn't watch version of my 30-minute video last night, early this morning. I got about 4 or 5 hours of sleep last night. I'm pretty upset about all this because it's a big deal. So Melvin Brewing posted on their, it wasn't posted, on their website for the last year, I guess. I don't know. I haven't looked at their website. I said this in my last video that I messed up because I didn't have my right audio, that they've had it for the last year, apparently. I haven't checked their website because I never hosted a Brewers Night for them when I was working at the Collective and hosting Brewers Nights. So I never had to pull up that information and kind of see their website, and I never checked the contact us for them. I never had to go order their beer or anything, you know? So I'd never seen that before, and when it's been seen up there for a year, it's kind of mind-boggling on that. And I get that a lot of people probably don't pay attention to that, and some people might shrug it off as just a stupid joke. But when you really look at what that is, and something I'm going to do in this video right now real quick is, and I'm not challenging anybody, that's a weird way to say this, but I can't think personally, and if someone can tell me in the comments, of a time where show me on the doll where someone touched you is funny. Someone made a really good point on Facebook earlier, and I hate making statements like that, so I'm making a good point on Facebook, but they really did, that it's used with show me on the doll where someone touched you with children only because adults can use their words for the most part. Some people might have disabilities or handicaps where they might not be able to, and they might have to point or something like that, but adults can use their words for the most part. And children sometimes can't. They might not have the capabilities to do that in their mental processing yet. So it is clearly a joke towards child abuse, potentially sexual abuse, potentially, you know, anything like that. And it also, in the light of things and what had happened, I'm sorry, I'm not too off track. So someone, that's what I'm saying. If someone tells me a time where that might be funny, because I've used laughter as dealing with pain before, right? But when it comes to children, that's not okay in my eyes, ever, period, right and wrong. Some people, you know, watching this show, there's gonna be some controversial topics and we might disagree about them, but there's a line with children, not okay to cross. Okay, so that's why I wanted to say this, why I'm burning quote-unquote bridges. Some people might say something like that with these videos, just with the connections I've had in the industry over the years and some jobs I might look at taking later down the line or whatever that might be. Or, I don't know. I'm not trying to get too off topic with that, but I'm not trying to burn bridges here. I'm trying to make statements on, and for me as a person and my YouTube channel and my blog, my vlog, whatever this might be, and this is part of the things I'm going to be doing in the craft beer community, is talking about craft beer issues and going to craft beer events and going to craft breweries and hanging out there and seeing the culture there, because it's a big part of my life. If people will let me do stuff like that, if they'll allow me to come videotape there, and we'll talk about that later, and we'll announce that more formally later, and we'll announce our podcast more formally later, because I've had some friends ask about that. So quick taps on those, but that's why I'm making this video, because I'm angry. That's what I did with the other videos. I presented the facts as I saw them, and I'm not saying facts, I'm sorry, the statements I saw. I wanted to collect all the information around this issue and present it, and present the issues I see with it, and present what I see the public uproar is. And I'll try to run down that right quick. So, and I'm not running down to make light of it. I'm running down because I don't think that everybody wants to hang out for an hour today. Melvin Brewing employee was at Another location, another brewery in Bellingham, and I hadn't touched on this in the other video. I don't remember if I did on this one yet, so bear with me. They went in there, they popped open a bottle. They're trying to pop open a bottle or can they weren't supposed to, and that's illegal in Washington State. So an employee there told them they weren't allowed to do that and they needed to stop. And they kind of gave that person some snide remarks, and then I guess at a later point sexually assaulted them in the fashion they grabbed their ass, essentially. And the news went back and forth with that online. There's a bunch of uproar on Facebook with that. And then there's a bunch of stuff, some other information that came to light of people posting negative reviews about the beer that had nothing to do with the beer, slamming down the quality of the beer that had nothing to do with that just because they were upset with the brewery culture. So that's wrong in itself. But the brewery countered with having some of their employees post reviews, 5-star reviews, to counter the negative reviews, which is illegal under one of the trade laws we have. So there's some stuff surrounding that. And there's an issue posted in another closed group. I don't think it's actually a closed group. It might be a public group online that was stating that this gentleman reached out to Melvin's PR department, and they kind of blew him off, saying that you're not going to deal with this like in a civil manner. And I guess he was trying to deal with it in a civil manner, and it kind of blew them off. So I addressed that, and I touched on that in a previous post. I'll link that in the last video. At the very end of this video, you'll be able to click my previous video if you want to watch that one. Pop open a beer and drink for that, and smoke or whatever you're going to do, you know. Okay, so my last little note, I guess, I'm not positive I touched all the subjects I wanted to. Again, I did a 15-minute video, but I cut my audio because I didn't check my sound before I did it, because SMRT smart. Young YouTuber problems. Why these beers are out. A little bit of style I want to flash. A little bit of style, like my little collection's growing. I'm starting to get some really cool beers, and I've got some really, awesome stuff from Holy Mountain and Fremont and Urban Family and Breakside. I'm going to have some really cool stuff in from Postdoc. I'm really excited about Matchless. I got some cool old stuff from Fort George. These beers, and I wanted a little bit of knowledge in the different varieties of beers from around. These are all different styles from different places and different brewers that have put their teams and their hearts and their crafts in these delicious beers. And the statement I'm making with that is that we have all these different styles of beers and beautiful, awesome brewing families and cultures. So we have that. We still have all those delicious styles and flavors. And the beer you guys have at Melvin is delicious. It is. You guys have really fucking good beer. But I'm not going to support it until we see a better response. And the problem I see with the response, and what I think that some other people might see with the problem the response was, that it was it didn't address it very well. It was very quick. It was very not appropriate to the allegations. It was 2 Facebook posts from their Bellingham Facebook page as opposed to a public release within a day. I don't know. It's been at least 36 hours or 24 hours since this stuff came out yesterday. I don't know. I just hope they do before the weekend. Again, the point of these videos is to show that it's not that hard to gather some thoughts and address the issue in a professional manner. I understand that I might make some pauses on that, but that's also, I'm not a business. This is a opinion YouTube blog, whatever it might be, educated opinions, whatever. Thank you guys all for hanging out. Hopefully I didn't get too much off topic. But I wanted to address that again and why I did this and why I'm taking a stance on this. I've got your 6, whoever you are, that was harassed. I hope that you did get to file your report, and I hope that does get dealt with properly. Melvin, if you've got a different side of the story that I've got it all wrong, Melvin Brewing, please tell me. Let me know. If you're out in the Bellingham community and you say, dude, that's not the facts at all, dude, hit me up. Send me a private message on here. I don't know. Thank you all for hanging out. If you made this video, you should have watched a pretty quick one this time. Sometimes I go a little long. I'm going to switch to podcast here as well. Not switch to, I'm going to have podcasts so you guys can just listen and not have to watch my face talking the whole time. Thank you all for hanging out again. Have a wonderful start to your weekend. You're a great human being, awesome individual. Keep up the great work. Appreciate those around you, and try to find time to do a little bit good every day. Yeah. Remember to think about you too. Take time to focus on yourself. Don't get caught up in the 100-mile-an-hour pace of life. Think about yourself. Take care of yourselves, and have a rad day. Thanks for hanging out in the streaming studio. This is Josh, aka Fumbles. We'll see you next time.